Hello everyone, this is Ashish and today we are going to talk about a very interesting, highly requested topic, that is life of an ISRO scientist. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for it for a long time, so today let's quench your thirst. We are going to talk about all the important details like how is your career going to start like in ISRO, how is your career going to proceed like as an ISRO scientist, what kind of work you might be associated with as an ISRO scientist if you become an ISRO scientist. Also, we are going to talk about the various projects and the missions that are going on, which you might be a part of if you become an ISRO scientist. And also, we are going to talk about, I know a lot of you guys are interested in the kind of earning an ISRO scientist makes. We are going to talk about what kind of money an ISRO scientist gets on a monthly basis. We are also going to talk about, more importantly, and I know a lot of you guys will be interested in that also, that what kind of research opportunities you will be getting as an ISRO scientist. So all these important details. Me personally, I worked in ISRO for 16 months and after that I resigned. And I know if you're new to this channel, you will be scratching your head. And throughout the video, you will be wondering, why would a person leave an organization like ISRO? For you guys, I've already made a video why I left ISRO. I'll link it down in the description box. You can check it out after this video. But the 16 months that I did work, I was mainly focused with the launch vehicle team. I was part of that. I was never a part of satellite team, but in my ISRO induction training program, I was a part of IITP 32. I got very good opportunity of meeting the ISRO scientists throughout the country. ISRO is huge and it is ranging from Chandigarh to Ahmedabad to Hyderabad to Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. Centers are everywhere, and to meet so many ISRO scientists gave me a very good idea as what is the work culture where, and we are going to talk about the common experience that almost every ISRO scientist will be getting. So it's a highly interesting, important topic. Let us begin. I can't wait for it. Let's go. So in the first month of you as an ISRO scientist, you will be residing in guest house. ISRO will be providing you guest house so that you find a permanent accommodation. On your first day as an ISRO scientist, you will be reporting most likely to DD or director of the center that you are posted at, and then that person is going to allocate the department that you will be working in. Then you will be reporting to the head of that department, and then directly you will get into work. Now this is how the work at ISRO works. Especially when I was in Department of Atomic Energy, we used to get a full year of training and then we were supposed to start doing some work. But here you are supposed to start doing work from day one. They are going to put as much load on you as you can take. So it is completely up to you, and it is also very good at times because the more load you take, the more outcome you can produce, and then the faster your growth is in that organization. Good also, bad also in some sense, because sometimes it becomes very difficult for you to understand things, because we as a scientist, see, basically most of us get over there just after graduation and we do not know how to make a lot of sheets and how to work properly and how the organization works and what is the chain of command. But the philosophy of ISRO is you get into work, you're forced to learn, and you will be learning faster that way. I still remember only after 2 months of me joining Indian Space Research Organization, they were giving the responsibility of a full facility to me. And that facility was led by a person who was having 8 years of experience. So they'll give as much responsibility as you can take. And it completely depends on you how much responsibility you want to have. And sometimes it might become dangerous also, because that facility was so critical that there are 2 failures in 2 different launches of Indian Space Research Organization history. And both of that was because of the work that is going on or associated in that facility. I denied taking the responsibility, and later that responsibility was given to a person who was just 6 months senior than me. And later that person also left that facility and someone more senior came, a scientist F came and took the responsibility. But it completely depends on you. If you want to take responsibility, this organization does not see how young you are, how less experienced you are. They will give you the chance, and that has a good side and a bad side. The good side is you can grow as fast as you want to grow, and that is something very good about Indian Space Research Organization. It almost works like a private organization. When it comes to the workload, it is sometimes worse than a private organization. Do not expect a 9-to-5 job over here. Mostly people have to work overtime. Forget about the holidays on Saturday and Sunday. I've spent a lot of Saturday, Sunday on the workplace. I've spent a lot of days where I'm returning from my work 9 o'clock at night. It happens. I've seen things getting so bad that at 3 a.m. at night people are working. I've seen things happen like 12 p.m. at night. A person is returning not to home but to guest house right near the workplace, where that person can sleep, wake up again at 6 a.m. and again continue to work. And by the way, that 6 hours, it's not like no one is working. The second person is working and making things work. For ISRO, there's not like, if I cannot do this work today, I'll do it tomorrow. No, if you cannot do this work today, you have to stay at your workplace throughout the night, because at this particular day, the launch is supposed to happen. At that particular day, it has to happen. There are no excuses. And because of that, whatever you do before that has to make it sure that the launch does take place at that particular day. So that pressure comes to you as an ISRO scientist, and thus a lot of times the workload is high. But if you are enjoying the work, then you are learning so much. For example, in the first year, you are always getting something new to learn. So it will be very, very interesting. But yes, if you're afraid of workload, it might be a problem for you. I personally was a part of Vikas Engine. Vikas Engine, if you do not know, is the primary liquid engine of ISRO. It is used in all the three major launch vehicles of ISRO, 1 in PSLV in PS2 stage, 5 in GSLV Mark II, 4 as strap-on booster, and 1 in GS2 stage, and 2 as twin engine in L110 stage of GSLV Mark III, the one you saw in Chandrayaan 2. So that was my part, and being in Vikas Engine made me accustomed to all the launches that is going on. Every launch that will take place will be having a part of Vikas Engine, and I'll stay up to date. But ISRO scientists are allocated to various parts, and there are various departments. For example, there's a Vikas Engine. There will always also be a CUS engine integration. There will be a C25 engine integration. There will be a PS2 stage integration, then C25 stage integration. There will be solid stage building up in Sriharikota. There will be satellite integration group. There will be research units also in LPSC and VSSC. Then research units are also divided. There will be aerodynamics research going on. There will be avionics research going on. There will be structure research going on. There will be material science research going on. And it is varying. ISRO scientists get whole spectra of different kind of work. For example, Chandrayaan, the lander will be getting designed at some place, the rover will be getting designed in some place. There's a quality assurance team, there's a test team, various engines has to be tested. Also, a lot of research is going on. Whatever you are applying, something new you are applying, then that has to be tested before it gets used in flight. So as you can see, there are various teams. There's engine team, stage team, satellite team, navigation and guidance team, flight trajectory team. There will be mission team, project team. For example, project team, that team is responsible for the full project. For example, PSLV C46 has to take off and finally get launched successfully. Then that team is responsible for the full process. That team will be moving from VSSC to LPSC to IPRC to SHAR, and their work is not over until the launch is successful. If the launch is failed, then there's a new team, that is failure analysis group. They will be taking care of what actually happened and finding out the mistakes and then improving as whatever is the result. So there are various kind of work that is taking place. There are various kind of mission teams also. For example, Chandrayaan mission is taking place, Mars orbital mission is taking place, Navik mission is taking place. So those teams will be associated with that. Also, there's a lot of computer work going on also. For example, a rocket does have a processor, right? You do understand once a rocket takes off, you actually do not control it from Earth. It will have its own trajectory, and that will be decided by that processor. So the programming is also going on, and various teams have various kind of work. There are various committees like flight readiness, quality assurance, and there are a lot of committees will be checking at every step. For example, an engine is ready, then a committee will sit down and find out if it can pass or not. Then it will go and get assembled to the stage, and then there will be again a committee that will decide whether it should pass or not, and finally it will go there to Sriharikota and it will get assembled. Sorry, I'm talking more as from the direction of launch vehicle team, because that's what my experience was, but you can connect it to everything. Satellite team will be having a similar kind of structure also. They will be assembling it. There will be quality team there also. There will be a design team there also. And then there will be a various levels of committee checking every step till it gets to Sriharikota again. Finally, everything has to go there only. Then it will take off and everything has to leave the atmosphere of Earth. Right. So I think everything was clear what kind of work ISRO scientists get. That is why I never answer in the comment section what kind of work an ISRO scientist does. You see, there's a variety of work that an ISRO scientist does. Not a particular ISRO scientist, but various ISRO scientists does, right? How do you climb the ladder at ISRO? So generally people join at the post of scientist C. If you're joining through ICRB, you're joining through IST, you're joining through some IIT, then you're joining at scientist C. After that, you'll be having a work experience of 3 to 4 years, after which you can sit for the promotion interviews. If promoted, you'll become scientist D, and after that also 4 to 5 years of work experience. Then for the interview of scientist E, then goes to scientist F, G, and then at the higher post it becomes like DD, director, chairman, like that. After 3 years, after one promotion, you'll become eligible to go for higher studies. For example, you can apply for MTech from any IIT or from ISC Bangalore. You can do that, and after few years you can even go for PhD. Now this is a personal opinion, this is what I've seen, and it is arguable also, but what I've seen, people who are having higher studies, they are growing more at ISRO. This is what I've personally seen, that a person who is 55 is scientist G, and a person who is 42 is also scientist G, but the difference is that person is having PhD, the one who is younger. Right, so that definitely helps, but what helps more than anything else is the kind of result that you're producing. What is the output that you're producing? Are you creating something new? Are you fastening the process? If you're doing something different than others, if you're working extra hard, you're doing overtime, you're coming over there on Saturdays and Sundays as well, you're sacrificing a lot, then your career will grow faster. And you, if that is so, you can certainly look for the post of like director and chairman, like that. Right. So other than that, let us come to the amount that an ISRO scientist earns. Let us come to the money, because I know a lot of you guys might be interested in that also. See, an ISRO scientist, again at scientist C level, will be earning a basic pay. First, understand what is basic pay. Basic pay is the fixed pay that you're having, and over that you are going to get allowances. All right, so the basic pay will be 56,100, and I was never that much interested in the amount of money that I'm going to get, so I was not knowing it 100%. I'm having the pay matrix, central government pay matrix in front of me, and I'm going to read it out. I'm also going to put it on the screen for you to see and take a close look at the highlighted part. So you are going to be at level 10 pay matrix, and the downward you go, that is the number of years that you have passed. Okay, that depends on the experience. So initial will be of level 10, it will be 56,100, and then after a year, after probation, your increment will become, and it will increase to 57,800, and I had reached to this level before resigning, and after that it will become 59,500. This is irrespective of promotion. So what is basic pay? On basic pay, some percentage will be added, and that will become your HRA, house rent allowance, traveling allowance, that is TA, and dearness allowance. You are going to be added to that. So the basic pay is the minimum pay that you are going to get. So what is HRA and TA? That completely depends on the city that you're posted. Now, according to central government, cities are divided into 3 various types: A, B, and C. A will be having cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad. B will be having cities like Trivandrum, and C will be having cities like Mahendragiri, Kalpakkam, or Manuguru, cities like these. The reason is that the rent cost is lesser in C level cities than in A level cities. So they will be giving you house rent allowance according to that. For example, if you are in Mumbai, or in Bangalore in case of ISRO, Mumbai in case of BRC, then you will be getting somewhere around like 12,000 to 13,000 as HRA. Okay, and trust me, by my experience, I can say all of that money is going to go to your rent. I have an experience of working in Department of Atomic Energy for 2 months in Mumbai also, and over there I know my friends were paying somewhere around 12,000 to 15,000 for their rent for an okay house. In Bangalore also right now I'm paying somewhere around 13,000. So your HRA is completely going to go to the rent. If you're going to take quarter, then you're not going to get HRA or TA, because you're living at the quarter of the government and you do not need to pay rent. And also for traveling, they will be providing bus, so you do not need traveling allowances. So those two will get cut away. I personally did not take quarter, so I was getting complete HRA and TA, and that definitely helps. Okay, TA you can save a lot. All right, HRA also some people save if they can get some cheap house or if they are good with that. But mostly HRA is not saved. But that is the thing. On top of that, dearness allowance, you'll be getting somewhere around 4 to 5,000. It increases also. Back when I was in Department of Atomic Energy, in 1 month only, I saw a 1,000 increase. Okay, so it depends on the government schemes. It depends on that. Minus, you will be subtracted with the NPS, that is new pension scheme. It will be pension scheme for which around 6,000 initially every month they will be deducting. It's like 6,000 you'll be giving and 6,000 your government will be giving, right? So total that 12,000 will be getting added throughout your 30 years of career, and after your retirement you'll be getting that. I also had an NPS account and it saved up to like 2 lakh rupees. And I gave 1 lakh and 1 lakh was given by government, but I prematurely broke it because I resigned. It was not necessary, but I did that because I needed the money. And I got a very big hit because I got only 40,000 rupees and rest they send like 300 rupees every month, right? So it is something like that. If you break it early, it will be a loss for you. But over time, they say that it is going to be very helpful. Nobody knows because it is new, all right? Other than that, I think it summarizes. You want to know the net income, right? That is why I never tell you what is the net income an ISRO scientist gets, because it is variable. If you are posted in Sriharikota, most likely you are going to live in quarters. That means HRA gone, TA gone, basic pay you are going to get 56,100. Initial stage I'm talking about that. And then from that 6,000 rupees, your NPS will go away. So you'll be left with somewhere around like 53,000 because DA will be added, right? If you're living in Bangalore and you are staying at your own cost, for example, you have taken flat or you have taken some rent, then you'll be easily getting somewhere around like 80 to 85,000 in hand. Like but out of that, somewhere around like 12 to 13,000 will easily go away for rent, right? So it is variable. Same goes for Department of Atomic Energy also. So I hope everything was clear when it comes to money. Shall we get into research? Yes, let's do that. Well, I would say that 100% of scientists will be getting chance of doing research. Nobody is going to stop them. But I would say somewhere only 20% of people will be having research as their job. Rest are also very much, they can do as much research as they want, but they have to do their work first and then they can do as much research as they want. So research is an option for those who are posted in non-research kind of job, and it is a necessity, or they have to do that if you are posted in a place, in a department whose whole purpose or the output that they have to create is research, right? You will be given all the facilities, you will be getting access to library, you will be getting access to the seminars, you will be invited to various conferences where you can present your paper. It is promoted also. It is good if you do research. It will be helpful for your interviews, for your promotion. It will be good. But the thing is that you'll have to work extra if you're not allocated to a department whose outcome is research, right? So I always say that it is not like, a lot of people will be saying that there's no research in Indian Space Research Organization, there's no research in Bhabha Atomic Research Center. It's not like that. It is a choice most of the time, right? So if you're not allocated to that department, by the way, you're not going to get a choice of exactly which department you are allocated, because through ICRB, you are not going to get a choice of center. But for IST people, the toppers can choose which center they want to go. But if you're through ICRB and if you're allocated to a particular department which is not having the research that you want, you can do the research that you want, but the only thing is that you have to do your work as well. And over time, you show that I want to work in this area and get a transfer. That's what you can do by convincing your boss and your DD, and you can do that. Now let us talk about the training, the ISRO induction training program that all the young scientists get in the beginning years of ISRO. It is basically divided into 2 to 3 parts. You'll understand very soon. The first one is your general module, and that will last for 1 month. The classes will be there. You'll have to go to VSSC. All the ISRO induction training program work goes on VSSC only. And over there, all the scientists from throughout the country, from all the centers, will be coming over there. Somewhere around 200 to 300 scientists will be there, all young, and will be taught by one of the most senior, and even a lot of them are retired scientists of ISRO. A lot of people who have won Padma Shri Award will be over there. It is really going to give you lot of goosebumps of the kind of people who are standing in front of you and teaching you about rocket science. They are going to talk about their experiences, how ISRO was in 1970s, 1960s, 1980s, They're going to really tell you what an amazing organization it is, and there's absolutely no doubt about it. Then the second part is the area specific, and it will be divided into launch vehicle group and satellite group, and the satellite team, which are from URSC. Other than that, the SAC part, they will go away. They will go to URSC. Rest of their training will go on over there. But people from IPRC, LPSC, VSSC and SHAR will be in launch vehicle team, and also LPSC Bangalore. They will be in VSSC only, and for 1 more month their training will go over there until the last of the training. Even launch vehicle team is divided into 2 parts, that is aerospace and avionics. It is a very interesting set of training, one of the most interesting trainings that I've seen. I've gone through BARC training school also, but it was shorter. The ISRO training was shorter but was richer, and I found more experienced people to be teaching. But like, they have to come only for 1 to 2 hours to teach. But in case of BARC training school, a particular scientist is going to teach you for a full semester. So it is different. We are going to compare some other day. But ISRO induction training program is definitely a whole new experience. I'm very fortunate to be a part of it once. I was a part of IITP 32. It was the last ISRO induction training program that happened. And I think it is going to be the last one for a long time, at least like 1 year, because of the current scenario. So that's about it, guys. I'm extremely fortunate to be a part of ISRO once. It is the most premier space organization, one of the top space organizations of the world, and I can say that without a doubt. I left ISRO for very specific reasons, because I wanted to pursue my own interest. I've made a video on why I left ISRO. If you haven't checked it out, I'm pretty sure you are going to do it right now. The link is over there. You can check it out. Other than that, my second YouTube channel, Ashish Ranjan, there I talk about rocket science. If you are very interested in those topics, you can definitely go through it. I've talked about solid stages. I've talked about liquid engines. I've talked about how you can land on moon. I've also started a new podcast called Spacecast, where I talk for hours about rocket science and space technology. Also, I've made a lot of personality development videos on that channel. If you are interested in improving your speaking skills, if you are interested in improving your personality, your confidence, then that channel is for you, my friends. And other than that, few of the member special videos are available. If you click on the join button, there I talk about various scientific topics, like what happened in the Kalpana Chawla accident, how atom bomb works, what happened in Fukushima accident, very scientific technical topics. Then you can click on the join button. You are also going to get access to a lot of behind the scenes, how I shoot my videos, behind the scenes of a lot of podcasts, and I'm sure that you are going to enjoy it. That's about it. I'll see all of you in the next one. Till then, bye. See you next time. Hey, hit like in this video if you enjoyed this video, if you got some information, and if you're new to this channel, definitely hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already, you watched a full video full of information. If you do not hit the like button, my god, you're making some serious mistakes in the choices in your life. See you next time. Till then, bye.